Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then thanks for stopping by. If you haven't seen my last video, I take you on my journey with the Epstein Barr Virus, which was quite crazy. So if you stumbled across this video because you think you might have this virus or you have some sort of other chronic illness or fatigue issues that you just can't get rid of, then just keep watching because I will take you through some of the supplements that kind of put me on the right path to healing. But as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that little notification bell so you never miss a new video. So without further ado, if you're lost in a sea of information of different supplements that you just don't know where to start and you don't want to break the bank with, then just keep watching because I'm going to try to narrow it down for you guys. So disclaimer, this video is only for educational purposes only. I am not a doctor, nor am I trying to pretend to be a doctor. So if you want to try these supplements, have to use them at your discretion. Everyone's different, everyone's body's different, so please do your homework. Don't just take them based off of what I say. You should probably check in with a medical provider to make sure this is suitable for your life and your body. But just have to put that out there. This is solely for educational purposes and what I did to help me heal. But all right, enough disclaiming. Just had to put that out there. So I'm just going to go into a little bit of a background about viruses. Viruses are something that is always going to be with you. Once you have a virus, you will always test positive for that virus because your body will carry the antibodies. The whole point of trying to heal from a virus is to not totally eradicate it, it's to make it go dormant or into remission. So basically, if I were to get tested for the Epstein Barr virus 5 or even 10 years down the road, it would say that I had a past history of the Epstein Barr virus. Viruses in most cases usually surface because of a weakened immune system or some sort of stressor in your life or a traumatic experience. So a lot of viruses lay dormant in a person's body, and when one of these things or factors happen, you can activate this virus and you basically become like a perfect environment or a host for this virus. The goal is to get down to the intracellular level of our body and replenish cells and basically give them new life to build our immunity. That's just a little background on viruses, but now we're going to jump into this. I'll tell you what supplements I took and what I did to get on my road to recovery. So the first thing you're going to do, which is very, very important, especially for the Epstein Barr virus or mono, because they are basically in the same family, is rest. You want to rest, 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 and de-stress. And I know that is almost impossible for some people now with families and kids and just lifestyle. You guys, you have to do it because you're never going to heal. When your body is running off fumes, the viruses love that. They feed off of exhaustion and just everything horrible. This is just a small amount of time that you need to rest compared to the rest of your life. Trust me, it will be worth it. If you are involved in a hobby or activity that is just, you're overexerting yourself like I did with weightlifting, stop it for at least 2 months and just see what happens. Our bodies heal and restore when we sleep and relax. That's when our bodies do the most healing, is when we sleep. Rest up and restore. One thing I did that drastically helped me, because I don't know about you, but I suffered from major anxiety with the Epstein Barr virus. I would wake up with horrible heart palpitations and it felt like my heart was just coming out of my chest, and that actually wasn't me. That wasn't me creating this anxious environment in my mind. That was the toxins in my body doing it. So there was nothing I could do. So if you have a virus and you also have anxiety, they probably go hand in hand. The one thing that I did that really helped, and this is gonna sound really strange, it's called the Wim Hof method. Have you ever heard of it? Probably not, because neither have I. So in my research, I found this man they call the Iceman. I believe his last name is Wim Hof. I'm sorry if that's his first name, but he's from a different country outside of the States. He has this theory that if you breathe in deep enough, you can change the pH of your body so that bacteria and viruses can't replicate. So he treats a lot of people with Lyme's disease and the Epstein Barr virus and just these weird chronic issues that nothing seems to be working on. Every morning I would wake up and I would either do it in bed or shortly after I woke up, I would take a huge breath in, breathe out, and basically it's like belly breathing. So you want to take a breath in through your belly and not your lungs. And you would do that for 30 times in a row. It got to the point where you feel like you're gonna pass out, but you won't. And then after the 30th rep, you hold it for as long as you can, hold the breath in, and then let it out. And you do like 3 sets. So you can look up his channel on YouTube, that's where I found it. And he has a bunch of other like philosophies with like cold showers and things like that, but he explains it way better than I can because he's the one who created it. So definitely go check him out. I give him credit because he reduced my anxiety by 1,000,000, and I still do that to this day. We don't breathe in deep enough throughout the day. Pretty much all of us are very shallow breathers. You know, we're not consciously thinking about our breathing. We're just taking little half breaths in. We're never like really restoring our lungs with new oxygen. So this is like oxygenating your blood and enriching your blood, and it's super good for you. So I probably did like a horrible job explaining it, but just look it up. He does it a lot better. The next thing I want to discuss is your gut. Gut health is super important, and gut is such a gross word, but it's part of everyone, so I'm gonna have to talk about it. Your gut is like the hub of your health. If your gut is bad, your health is gonna be bad. This is like the motorhome of your body. So I don't know if you've ever heard of like leaky gut syndrome. Basically, because our food is so processed and filled with pesticides and chemicals, when you eat, especially non-organic food, you're taking those pesticides and chemicals in your body, and they're actually like creating little small perforations in your intestines, and all the nutrients that you're eating and all your vitamins that you're taking, they're not doing you any good because they're leaking out of your gut and you're not getting any of the nutrients, and hence why they call it leaky gut. It can cause a lot of bloating and digestion issues. If you can restore your gut health, which a ton of people have gut issues. If you feel bloated and tired or have poor digestion issues, it's probably due to your gut. The first thing that I did to restore my gut, I created this kind of like shake that I take in the morning, and it's pretty gross. And also, I will link all my products down below in the description because I don't have them with me. So if you want to take what I'm taking, then I will link them all below. So anyway, I created this shake that is basically, it's like super green. So it's like all these green vegetables in a powder form. So they say it's your daily serving of greens, but I also eat vegetables throughout the day. I don't just drink a shake of vegetables. I take 1 scoop of that. I also take 1 scoop of collagen and also a scoop of L-glutamine. The greens are just to help with digestion. This powder is really high in fiber. And the collagen is to help repair the lining of your gut. Collagen is great for elasticity. It's also really good for your skin and your hair and your nails. So hello. It's gonna coat the lining of your intestines to kind of fill in those perforations or those holes. The L-glutamine, a lot of bodybuilders and weightlifters take it for muscle recovery, but it also recovers other parts of your body that is damaged or destroyed. So anyway, I mix these all together and I put it in a blender bottle and I just chug it because it does not taste good. And I do this on an empty stomach in the morning. So I usually stop eating around 7 or 8 the night before. So I do kind of the whole like intermittent fasting. So when I wake up in the morning, there's nothing in my intestines or my gut. So that drink just like coats everything, and it's just a great way to start the day. Oh, another thing about L-glutamine is your body actually uses this when you're under a lot of stress. And I'm not sure why, but your body depletes it. If you're stressed because you have some sort of weird virus, then yeah, your body's gonna be depleted of L-glutamine. It's actually a natural amino acid in your body. My diet consists of pretty much a paleo diet. So I eat a lot of plant and whole-based foods. I do eat meat. I'm not a vegetarian. So when I go to the grocery store, my husband and I try to stay away from like anything that comes in a package. When things come in like a wrapper or a package, it's probably processed. So in order to do this, we stay on the perimeter of the grocery store for the most part. The perimeter of most grocery stores are set up so that there's vegetables and produce and meat and dairy. These are all natural foods that come from the earth. Whereas if you get into the center of the store, down like the aisles and things, that's when you start getting into the snacks and the just processed and packaged foods. So that's just a little tip to remember when you go grocery shopping. My next tip, which is kind of debatable among some people, is if you can, try your best to eat organically. And I know it's super expensive. It's super expensive for me. I don't buy all organic. I try to buy as much as I can organic. A lot of my fruits and vegetables, things that come from the ground and that are sprayed with pesticides, I try to eat organic. I don't really even eat like that much organic meat because it is just so expensive, but I tried my best. If you can, it's really worth it. Food is medicine for the most part. We can heal a lot of things through food, and that's just what I'm trying to convey to people. God put these things on the earth for a reason, and instead of just masking it with drugs and medication and things, let's get down to the root cause and fix it internally. That's basically gut health, and if you guys are interested in wanting to know more about your gut and how to restore it, then comment down below because I can definitely do a whole separate video on that. It's a lot to cover, so I basically just touched the basis of it. But again, if you fix your gut, which is like the hub of your body and your health, then I guarantee you will heal from a lot of things. It'll also make you feel slimmer and less bloated, and it's super important. Okay, so now I'm gonna touch on supplements, and I'm just gonna run down through these pretty quickly. There are quite a few of them. But compared to the supplements that are out in the market and what people were telling me to do and what videos, and I was just so lost and I was so confused, and I tried so much. I tried a ton, and I was breaking the bank almost. I mean, there was a ton of things that I was trying that I was just like, oh my gosh, this isn't working. Like, I just spent all this money. So I have a ton of supplements that I could just tell they weren't working, and I took them for a while too. So if you're lost in a sea of information, then you can try a couple of these out. Again, use them at your discretion. This is just what I did and what helped me. So something I love and I take every day is a tablespoon, 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw Bragg's apple cider vinegar diluted in water. I just take the apple cider vinegar, put it in about that much water, mix it up, and use a straw because you don't want the apple cider vinegar to touch your teeth because it will wear away the enamel because it is acidic. And I do this every day pretty much in the morning. You can do it pretty much whenever, but I do it in the morning. And you want to start off pretty small with this because it can be kind of harsh on your stomach. I have a pretty strong stomach, so I don't get like nauseous or upset when I eat certain things. It's pretty strong for the most part. So I can tolerate it in the morning, midday, evening, whenever. I usually just do it in the morning to get it out of the way because it's pretty disgusting. It does not taste good. So anyway, I mix this up, suck it down with a straw, and this helps with, again, digestion. It helps with cholesterol, blood pressure issues. It balances the pH in your body. It, again, kills viruses and bacteria. It keeps them from replicating. It's an overall good thing for your body. It helps with your hair, your skin, your nails, acne, weight loss. It's amazing, and I know it's kind of a craze nowadays, but it does work. It's not just a fad. And you can find this pretty much at any grocery store. It's pretty inexpensive. I buy it just at my local grocery store where I buy my groceries. I'm sure you can get it off Amazon. It comes in like a glass bottle, and like I said, it's relatively inexpensive. Number 2, and this is only if you have like a sickness, virus, something, is oil of oregano. And you want to get the wild from the Mediterranean oil of oregano. It's pretty expensive and it's super strong and potent. It tastes horrendous. It's worse than apple cider vinegar. You will literally make the worst face. It's horrible, but it's worth it. When I was going through the thick of my virus, I would take 2 drops of these and That's it, 1 time a day for only 10 days. I would not recommend to take it more than 10 days. The reason being is this is because it's a natural antibiotic. Yes, it kills viruses and bacteria, but it can also kill good bacteria, which you don't want to happen. Your body does have good bacteria, it has good yeast, things like that you don't want to disrupt because it can cause other issues. So 2 drops a day for no more than 10 days and just see how you feel. I think it's worth it. The next one is probiotics. These also aid in digestion. It has a lot of active yeast and bacteria that again is good for you. And the higher the active cultures are in the probiotics, the better. So I try to stay around 10 billion active cultures for every supplement, and I take 1 of these a day. Again, this just promotes good gut health and digestion. While we're on the topic of digestion, I also take a digestive enzyme, and again, this just helps break down the food in your body that you're eating, and it kind of pulls out the important minerals. It breaks it down for you so they're easily digested, so you're getting the most out of your food. So the next one is zinc, and it's just a mineral, and it's plain and simple. It helps with the body's immunity, it boosts it, and just helps against viruses. All right, so the next 2 I'm gonna kind of pair together, and they are echinacea and golden seal. And again, this is kind of the same as the oil of oregano, so you're only gonna wanna take these for a month on and then a month off. Because again, these are natural antibiotics, so just like with any antibiotic that you'd get as a prescription, you don't want to take them forever, every day. It's just not good for you. It's going to kill the good bacteria in your body. I just took them on a month and then took them off a month. And I only had to do this for like 2 or 3 times. So it took a couple months because I would take a month off, but I was feeling pretty good, so I just kind of stopped taking them, and no, I no longer take them. And again, both of these boost your immunity and help with viruses. They're also an anti-inflammatory. When your body has a virus or really any kind of sickness, you're under attack, so your body's just going to be inflamed. So this is just going to kind of help like de-inflame your body. The next one is resveratrol. And this is a antioxidant, again, boosts immunity. I feel like all of these boost immunity because that is what we are trying to do. That is the goal, to boost our immune system, give our cells new life, and make this virus go dormant. Stomp it out. We don't want this anymore. Get it out of our body. Well, we can't get it out of our body. I already explained that, but you know what I mean. Just put it into remission so we can be normal again because we're sick of feeling like this. So there's just 2 more that I want to mention, and they are vitamin B12 complex, fermented vitamin B12 complex by Dr. Axe. And the other one is vitamin D. And I lumped these 2 together because this is for energy production. I don't know about you, but when I had my virus, I was the most tired I have ever been. Well, also because it's in the mono family, so of course you're gonna be tired. But I was trying to push through work, and I was like falling asleep, like eating food basically, or sitting at a table doing nothing, and I just couldn't keep my eyes open. My energy was so low, and I just felt horrible. So I needed to find something that like boosts my energy so I could keep going. Although I was resting when I could, there's just some parts of the day you can't rest. You have a life, you have a family, and you just need to get things done. The fermented B complex really boosted my energy. And yes, these are pretty pricey. They're worth it. And I do still take them, not every day, but I try to take them when I can because I do know they make me feel better. And the second one is liquid vitamin D. So yes, we get vitamin D from the sun, but where I live, especially in the colder months in the winter, we are basically like vampires here. So like 98% of people who live in Pennsylvania are vitamin D deficient, pretty much. In the summer, I don't really need this as much because I can just go sit out in the sun, but in the fall and the winter months, I just take 2 drops of vitamin D, which mine equivalent to, I think 2,000 IUs of vitamin D. And some people take more, some people take less, but I feel fine when I take these. And so yes, I do still take those every day. And those are just the two things that really helped me with energy production. Oh, and I actually forgot one thing. Another really good antiviral is monolaurin and L-lysine. I did take this a lot. I took it every day when I had my virus. I no longer take it, but I definitely think this helped stop the replicating process of the virus. Those are two separate things, but I was taking so many things that I just wanted to find a supplement that was lumped into one, so it was just one less thing I had to take. I found one on Amazon and I will link it below, and yes, this definitely helps with the virus not replicating. Yeah, I know it seems like a lot, and it is, but there are so many herbs and supplements out there. I tried so many different things. I hope I narrowed it down a little bit for you, because there's a lot out there and I was desperate. But these are just kind of the things that put me on my path to recovery, and hopefully I'll never have to take all those things again. I do still have flare-ups now and then if I'm feeling super stressed, or you know, I can feel the virus trying to come back out. I can feel it and I'm like, nope. So I rest up, restore, rejuvenate, take some of my supplements, and I'm fine. And I've been able to live a pretty normal life. Knock on wood. So I promise you my next video won't be this boring, but I just wanted to put this out there for all my sick friends. My heart goes out to you. I promise you'll get better. You will. Just be patient and positive, because negativity, viruses love negativity. They feed off of that. So just try to stay positive and happy, and you will get through this. I promise. Keep your head up. So stay tuned for my next video. I'm not sure what it's gonna be on, but if you guys have any ideas, then comment them down below and I will definitely look into them. That's it. So until next time, guys, I will see you next time. Bye.